Hey everyone, how's it going? This is Kill10Rats. Welcome back to Legends of Eisenwald. We are in Cremena. We have assembled a few more warriors and young nobles to our cause. And now we look a little bit like this. So we've got a upgraded archer, a somewhat more upgraded healer woman. We've got Uwe, the young noble, Uwe of the House of Boll, destroyer of movies. We also have Bruno with us, who is our faithful companion from the previous map, as is Kota. And Philo is backing us up from the second rank. We also have acquired quite a few buffs, I would say. Let's have a quick look what these actually do. Nocturnal combat means that we don't receive any penalties during nocturnal combat, which should manifest in willpower not being penalized. Silver weapon, a strike with this weapon prevents enemy regeneration for 1 turn. In addition, characters with regeneration or vampirism take an additional 50%. Okay, so in case we ever run into something nasty and furry or nasty and fangy, will be set. Blessed weapon, attacking undead and possessed with a blessed weapon inflicts 10 points of additional damage. This ignores physical defense. Okay, that was probably the reason why we were cutting them up pretty badly when we ran into them. I think there's nothing else for us to achieve in the city. We are all healed up, so we have Prior Moritz to visit in his abbey. That was what the monk told us. And we have the widow, who told us to find her errant son William near Castle Glatze, where your hair will spontaneously fall out if you come close. I think I already mentioned this, but Glatze means bald head, which amuses me greatly for no reason whatsoever. I do believe that I do want to go to Windfeld first, though I do know it carries a bit of a risk of maybe advancing the plot to a degree that maybe we will not be able to do some side quests, but I just feel like we've been holding off so long on this main quest. I don't know, like not necessarily progress, but finding stuff out, what's actually going on, that I'm sort of itching to now get a hold of that Chancellor and have a word to just figure out what the hell is going on in Heinrich's life with all the events surrounding his family. Let's have a quick look what this is. This is Adam of Linz's manor. Okay. Adam of Linz spared no expense for the construction of his manor. He contracted an architect with employees from Windfeld, but the craftsman was found to be a thief. He spent much, but the largest portion went into his own pocket. Okay. Wonder which Linz that is referencing. There's a Linz in Austria, but there's also a Linz in Germany, which is where my grandmother's from, which is why I actually am aware that there is a Linz in Germany, because it's not really big. So it's probably the one in Austria then, especially since we're in the mountains here, so that would make sense. Let me just have a quick look here. Who was that? Okay, never mind. Let's go to the Green Count Inn? Yeah, the Green Count Inn was said to have been built by a count. Some say it was called green because of the green drink that has been served there since its opening. The innkeeper says that the drink thrills and confuses the mind. It is often quite noisy and festive at the inn. They say the Green Serpent and Green Fairy frequent the place. Sounds like someone's brewing some absinthe. Medicine against death and rumors. What rumors can we get? We can get Swift-footed Mattis. I think we've already had that one. Yeah, okay, we had that one already. Medicine against death. I think the question was, is there a medicine against curing any and all diseases? There is, but it is very bitter. It's called death. Greed, envy, and pride. These are all sicknesses that are worse than any stiffening of the joints or pains of the heart. Yes, that's true, but still, is there a medicine that can heal all bodily diseases and even prevent death? There is, but it is hard to get and even harder to use. Listen to how one man managed to do it. A long time ago in Trevor, there lived a man named Master... I was about to say Colbert, but it's Claudebert. In old times in Trevor, there lived a certain Master Claudebert. He was rumored to be the most talented maker of musical instruments in Trevor and Blaukamm. He fashioned lyres, citterns, marine trumpets, fiddles, rotters, and many, many more. He dreamed of making a fiddle that could sing with an unearthly voice, but such a task took much time, and after each attempt Claudebert was more frustrated. Every fiddle he created, though gentle and beautiful, was still very much earthly. Claudebert realized that he would not be able to create such an instrument in one lifetime. In those days, Christianity had not fully spread through Trevor, so the master sought an audience with the Forest King, the King of Spirits. The Forest King listened to Claudebert and gave him a crystal apple with golden seeds. "These are the seeds of eternity," said the Forest King. "If you manage to extract them, you will become immortal. But remember, if you break the apple, punishment will await you." This is, by the way, one of the examples of the background art that you keep running into the game that I just really, really like. Everything from the style to the execution. This is just one of the best examples I've run in so far, but I like them all pretty much. They're really well done. Just thought I'd mention, since, you know, I keep forgetting to point out how great this game actually is, because I really, really enjoy it. Claudebert was confused. How could he extract seeds without breaking the apple? But soon he had it. He planted the apple. Each day, after an exhausting day in his workshop, he watered the apple with his own sweat, and soon there was a sprout. Whenever it dried, Claudebert cut into his arm, and his blood nourished the tree. After several years, a crystal apple tree stood there, thin and transparent, that one could only see it under the cold light of the moon. Once in 100 years it bore a new apple, but in order that the apples would not get into the hands of the stupid and the greedy, the Forest King enchanted all the roads leading to the apple tree. They say it is still growing somewhere in the depth of the Trevor forest, but you can't get to it. And what happened with Master Claudebert? Immortality, of course. He worked on the fiddle for 100 years, until it was finally done. Its voice was a mysterious, ethereal whisper, so sweet and beautiful that it plunges everything about it, be it man, beast, or even the wind, into sweet dreams. After that, Claudebert made many more unusual things. It is said that he is still working in solitude, far away from mankind, with the soft tune of a tinkling string. Interesting tale. And what? Is he still alive? Anyone seen him? I don't know. Maybe it's just a tall tale, but I will tell you something I saw. I was in that forest where you can find herbs that don't grow anywhere else, and sometimes when you walk there everything grows very quiet and you hear chimes from the depth of the forest, as if 100 little silver bells were each ringing in their own ways. And then it seems as if they suddenly all run away and you can never figure out where they are coming from. The echoes in the forest continue for some time, but grow fainter and fainter by the moment. Oh, that's a nice story. Claudebert strikes me as a bit of like a sort of this parallel for musical instruments to Wieland the Smith from the... There's also like a Germanic legend, I believe. It was like a master smith. Might even be a dwarf. I think he's also immortal. Well, I like it, like it's a masterful craftsman of musical instruments. Who are you? You're a patrol squad. Patrol away. Wow, this road is making us move really, really fast. There's a black market. I think this is probably the island with the cathedral. Yes, it is, actually. Interesting, so that's the statue that will come to life, is it? I think we've heard about this statue of the bishop that that guards the bridge to the Johannes der Täufer, St. John the Baptist Cathedral here. Interesting. And there's a black market. People say that you can buy and sell anything at this market. The feather of a phoenix, a cure for all ailments, the testicles of a minotaur, poor minotaur, which imbue great virility, or a slave boy for any use you may have in mind. Some of these items may be related. Okay, let's check it out maybe. What can we get here? Anything interesting at all? Looks like there's a lot to buy. A sharp dagger and a guard halberd. Is that something for him, I do wonder? Don't think he can use it, can he? Nope. Okay. I think there's a different upgrade path for using halberds, is there? I think there is. +1 melee defense. Do you have anything of the sort already? Let's buy these two. +1 willpower and fearless. That would of course be very, very useful if we could get a second member of the party to be fearless. I should probably sell this stuff as well here. Maybe not the best price for it though. Okay. I think we should probably head into the big city. Looks really nice as well. Above the din of conversation and the cries of merchants, you hear the voice of a street crier. Hear ye, good people of Windfeld, Xaveri from Wroclaw, the king of thieves, has committed sacrilege to the Church of Rome and this good country. He has stolen a golden nimbus from the statue of Saint Landry that overlooks the bridge to Temple Island. The honorable magistrate promises an ample reward to whoever apprehends this villain and returns the nimbus to Saint Landry. And here also, this very morning, Zwerg, dwarf, okay, a knight of the Order of Red Wolves, has crossed over into lands of Fichten and fought Johann von Zink. Zwerg lost his steed, Zink spoiled his costly dress, and a few broken noses were suffered on both sides, along with a few broken necks, arms, legs and hands. Nice order in which you mentioned that. Ewald from Zwischenküste, who was in Fichten, attacked Prior Quirin while under escort as he traveled to Schwarzensee Abbey. Quirin managed to fight the brigand off and seek refuge behind the walls of the abbey. Ewald has reportedly returned to Zwischenküste. There's a lot going down here. And now news of the greatest importance. A vegetable stall has been discovered to be the origin of the bad turnips causing numerous sicknesses, including quite severe breathing problems. Maestro Wagner, a doctor of medicine and alchemy, has the secret of an instant recovery given to him by King Karl of France. A bandit with a human body and a dog's nose, called Dognose by many, is still on the prowl, stalking the good people of Windfeld and Cremena. Chancellor Werner von Sterch has personally promised to reward anyone who catches the bandit, okay? I think I already heard something about this Dognose. You did indeed. Okay, so Windfeld is the largest and richest city in the duchy. It is situated at the confluence of 3 rivers. Many crafts are performed here, science, theology and trade, but usury, fraud, bribery, drunkenness and fornication also flourish here. My kind of town. We have more young nobles, but I think we're pretty much fine with this setup for the moment. This is also... What are you? You're a soldier. Lothar the Dodger. We need more castle space. These guys are actually not bad. Young noble, do we have anything with which we can upgrade you? A stupid hat. 82, eh? Okay, sell the lance, sell this, sell this, sell this, sell this, and sell this. Now we've got rid of everything. Yeah. I think I want another Amulet of Summer because this guy is such a... So you just need to look at him funny and he hits the dirt basically. It's like too easy to kill right at the start. 20? Yeah, I'll take 20 for another ring. No shield available, I don't think. Nothing we can use at any rate. That looks like pretty nice stuff. I'm probably completely neglecting the aspect of mounting up our characters. +1 ranged attack. Oh, this is for crossbowmen maybe? I think they used those Anyone? Anyone here who can use anything that's for sale? 20 for more spiritual power. I'll take it. Nah, let's hold on to the rest of the money. We never know. Okay. Now, for the interesting bit, I guess. To the Chancellor's audience. Are you seeking an audience with the Lord Chancellor? He seldom leaves his chambers. That's where you'll find him. Alban von Weiger. Good day, sir. My name is Alban von Weiger. I am the assistant of the Lord Chancellor. Before you see him, you must tell me what business you have with him. My name is Heinrich, son of Leonhard von Lahnstein, a close friend of Chancellor Werner. I must see him on a personal matter. A son of a close friend? Strange, but the Chancellor didn't say he was expecting such a visit. Well, last week I already had to send away a niece, an old friend, and few bastards who turned out to be the usual commoners. I don't appreciate your tone, Alban. Nevertheless, I hope you will allow me to pass. I suggest that you leave. I have a company of the Duke's guards at my call. Don't force me to have them drag you out. I have nowhere to go. I will wait here until the Lord Chancellor can see me, even if I have to wait until Judgment Day. That is your right, but please wait for Judgment Day behind the door. Time for a headbutt. The hall outside the room is sparsely lit. I'm actually surprised Heinrich didn't immediately go into combat mode. The hall outside the room is sparsely lit. Rays of light filter through small frameless windows. Dust motes fall lazily in the light. You rest your back against a cool stone wall and drowsiness washes over you. You wake suddenly, unsure of how long you've been dozing. Heavy footsteps echo in the corridor and you hear the unmistakable clink of armor. A large figure enters your vision. His bulk seems to take up the majority of the space between the walls. His scarred face looks down at you. I think we're about to meet Smeater. Oh yes, the one-armed bandit. Young man, are you lost? I'm waiting for an audience with a Chancellor. I'll wait for as long as I must. What is your need? He's surprisingly friendly for a one-armed giant who, I don't know, snatches up young women out of thin air who want to kill themselves. Who are you, sir? I fear my name will bring you little comfort. I am Smeater, the Duke's executioner. Then we do the same thing. We bring punishment and execution. My name is Heinrich von Lahnstein. I intend to ask the Lord Chancellor to help return my stolen lands and take vengeance on those who murdered my family. Lahnstein, you do look like your father in a way. Well, I will give you a piece of advice. The key to open all doors is fame. If you wish to see the Lord Chancellor and have him give you his time, make a name for yourself. If you can, catch this dog nose the people talk so much about. Smeater speaks in a barely audible whisper. Whatever the case, know this. There is much more to the death of your family than you know now. What are you talking about? What do you know? Wait, Smeater. The executioner gives you a final look and walks down the hall, his footsteps sounding like hammers on anvils. Whatever the case, his advice is sound. I have a good idea where this dog-nose might be hiding. Huh, curious. I did not expect the meeting with Smeater to go that way. Like it though. Very good. Okay, let's check what rumors we can have. We only have Mattis again. Alexander Sevelin's library. Welcome to Windfeld, sir. Are you here to take a look at my library? Not really, but while we're at it. I've been collecting books for many years, and I've got a collection of a few hundred tomes. This certainly isn't the library of Prague or Krakow. Nevertheless, it's the biggest collection of books in the duchy. However, keeping the library and searching for new books is troublesome and costly work. That's why I charge 25 guldens as an admittance fee to everyone who visits my library. 25 I think I can stomach. You are in the center of a spacious hall, which Zevalin converted into a library. Bookcases line the walls heavy with tomes and scrolls of wisdom. Tales of chivalry, honor, and of loss are as common as scrolls of ancient philosophy. Only a few tomes catch your attention. A Romance of Ruth and Martin the Meistersinger. Erich von Werdenbruck, 2 campaigns of Knight Ernst. Karl von Trier, a treatise on value and cost. The Chronicles of the Red Wolf. Karl is from Trier and I used to live there. Hey. I wonder if we can only choose one, because then I think I want to do my homework on the Red Wolves, since they seem to be all about here. There is a document written by an unknown chronicler about the adventures of the most outstanding knights of the Order of the Red Wolves. Here you can read of their participation in many significant battles, including the capture of Jerusalem, the battles of Durbe, the Battle of the Streva, the battles of Brunkeberg and Tannenberg. Tannenberg, eh? I think that was the Deutsche Orden, the German order. Pretty sure it was also something in World War I, but I'm pretty sure we're a little early for that. The chronicler vividly describes their bravery, their ready self-sacrifice, mutual assistance and contempt of worldly blessings. However, the most interesting part of the document is the first part of it, where the writer has generously added ornamental frames and lavishly decorated letters tracing out the rules of the Order of the Red Wolves. On virtues. There are two things that form the foundations of virtuous life. The first is a denial of personal will, which means obedience up to death. The second is acceptance of poverty, which means life without property. These two things follow closely in the example of our Lord Jesus Christ, who accepted great poverty when he was born and wrapped in swaddling clothes, not of his own. He also gave us an example of obedience as he obeyed his father until his death. On vices. The lowest sin that a knight is capable of is cowardice. Nobody deserves contempt more than a man who acts using cunning words instead of a sword. The knight exposed in demonstration of cowardice and softness is subjected to punishment at the discretion of the order. On collective ownership, brothers can own collectively and together in the name of the order and its departments, movable property and legacies, lands and fields, distilleries, mills, fortresses, villages, parishes, chapels and similar things which are allowed by their privileges. Okay, so much for poverty. On the position of the Master of the Order. The Master of the Order is elected by the Council of Comtours. The incumbent Master can also be deposed by the decision of the Council. It can be done on the grounds of committing crimes for the sake of his personal profit, as well as due to any other disregard of the principles stated in the rule of the Order above. On the right to challenge by single combat for honor. Any knight of the Order, as well as any knight honored with the high rank of a Crusader, has the right to challenge any other knight of the Order, including the Master, to single combat of honor, provided he has sufficient grounds. In case the senior Comtour or the Master is challenged, the man who did this must pass tests by enduring a number of fights against other knights of the Order according to special rules. I can't help but think this might come back to haunt us. On how and what brothers use as clothes and bedding. Brothers of the Order must wear red coats as symbols of their knighthood, and the rest of their clothes should be similar to those of their other brothers. Fur articles, cassocks and blankets can only be made from the fur of wolves. As to bedding, each brother must content himself with a sleeping bag, a skin blanket and pillow. On how and what brothers should eat. Thrice a week, on Sunday, Tuesday and Thursday, brothers are allowed to eat meat. On the other 3 days, they are allowed to eat cheese and eggs, and on Friday, fish. That is pretty much in line with what a good Catholic should be shoving down their throats. On Christmas, no matter what day it is, they may eat meat. All the living should feel joy on that day. I think monks were traditionally stretching the definition of fish quite a bit by just simply blanket terming pretty much every kind of meat under the definition of fish that wasn't pig or cow. Interesting. I like that they put this sort of thing in. Really interesting. Let's see what the rest is. I mean, this is a lot of information. I think let's leave it for another visit. We can probably go back. What? In short, I'm looking for 2 valuable books. It's not that easy to find them, as various foul sorcery disapproved by the church is described in them. Are you sending me out to find the Necronomicon? If you bring them to me, I'll admit you to my library for free, and I may show you some secret books that I don't let anybody see. Interesting. I would like Culte de Ghoul and I don't know, something other. Another book from the Lovecraftian Codex, maybe. So the first book that I need is Arbatel's Magic, which tells about planetary spirits. The second one is Heptameron by Peter de Abano, which tells about how to address everyday angels so as to be heard. Interesting. I thank you in advance, and you're always welcome in my library. I will be back. That was a really interesting read. I just don't want to read the entire episode, so I am going to check what else there is to do here. I don't think there is anything else to do. Okay, so we have a mission. We have to catch the attention of the Chancellor by becoming... by becoming famous. There's also this place. Let's head on over. Oh, nope. Actually, why don't we visit the Merchant Wharf? Maybe there's something for us there. A ship to Cremena. A place on a ship to Cremena. Cheap. Interesting. And another young noble to hire as a mercenary. Nice. Okay, so we know that if we want to go back to where we can have a look for what's his name, Dognose. We might just take a ship. Sounds good. Who are you? Richard von Kohlsitze. Wendel von Klippe. Damn, he's got a... What the hell? Okay, yeah, he sounds like a charmer. But he's friendly, so... Lame Ian's Smithy. Huh. Lame Ian's Smithy. The smithy and especially its blacksmiths are quite popular with the local girls. They say that the local master's strength is not only restricted to forging. If an unmarried girl suddenly gets pregnant, it is wise to suspect the blacksmith. But he gets away with it because he is valued among the knights for his fine work. What a lewd dude. 120. My huge upgrade, and I'm pretty broke. So I think I'll pass. Can you use anything from... No. 92 for an upgrade for him, though. It's tempting. It's tempting. I mean, he has pretty much earned it. +4, +1 upgrade. Okay, if we ever get more money, we should definitely make that happen. Right, I think the tower is where we want to be. Since we want to look for that lady's son. Patrol tower? Is it though? No? I think there was something about the shadow of the tower where we wanna... We have to go into the woods? Looks like it. Where are we heading here? Schwarzensee Abbey. Oh, okay, this is the Abbey. This is not the... Right, this is the Glatze Guard and is hostile? Huh. What's going on there? Okay, let's go to the Abbey then, since we're already here. Ah, it's him. Prior Moritz. Oh, I should probably pronounce it the other way around. Prior Moritz. Here you are. It's good to see you safe and sound, my son. Was it you that I met on that night? Indeed it was. I am Moritz, the prior of this humble abbey and an inquisitor. I just saved a witch. Awkward. Heinrich von Lahnstein at your service. May I ask you, that night, did you see the same thing as I did? Unfortunately, yes. That's a bad sign. Very bad indeed. Wait, I'll close the door. The world is changing. I won't try to frighten you with prophecies from the Old Testament. The 7 seals have not been broken, and heaven isn't falling to the ground. But the life you and I know, will change forever. Okay, so it's not the apocalypse then? Take a look to the north. What do you see? Bloodshed so widespread, the like we have never seen before, and the fall of the order of the Teutonic Knights. In the east, heresy spreads. Warriors drop swords and bows and fight with fire now. People are losing faith, and not without reason. The people in the church speak different languages, and neither of them want to hear God's words. Even I, a prior and an inquisitor, can't deny the fact that the church is blind itself and can't see the road. This can't last forever. Change is inevitable. But what do the dead that rise from their slumber have to do with it? That's exactly what I want to find out. Shadows become longer at dusk, and the sleep of the dead lightens, and a wrong word or action is enough to wake them up. And I want to understand why their heavy dreams don't give them peace. Knowing that, perhaps I'll understand something else. What? What dawn will bring us? And how can I help you? Find out how and why they wake up. I think you're up to it. Listen to what people say, and don't treat superstitions and legends with disdain. Not all of them are fiction. For all of these tall tales are born of something true, and then return and tell me what you saw and heard. Take this, it will give you some protection, and remember, the gates of Schwarzensee are always open to a brave traveler. God be with you. Okay, Schwarzensee Abbey. There's a small quiet abbey on the bank of Lake Schwarzensee. The local monks are allowed to catch fish in the lake, and they even keep bees. In an off year for the nearby village, the local abbot offered them aid. Okay, we can hire... these guys are pretty good. Yeah, he's actually fearless. I need more room. So many people to recruit, damn it. Okay, he gave a silver cross that adds blessed weapon. That's really nice. Let's swap it out and give it to our young noble, since we already have a blessed weapon. Nice, okay. Selling some potions as well. Well, we have gone on for quite a bit. It was a bit of a lore-heavy episode. Not that I regret that at all. I love the writing in this game as well. Next time, I guess we get to bash in some more face as we approach the bandit camp. I hope you'll join me for that one. I thank you very much for watching. I'll catch you then, and bye for now.